Good day.
I'd like to learn something.
And what would you be interested in?
I'd like to learn how to handle an axe or a mace.
Excellent choice. The cudgel's my personal favorite. It's great at short range.
The cudgel?
An axe, mace, hammer, it doesn't matter. As soon as you break your opponent's first bone, you'll make him think twice about retaliating. Let's get started.
I'd like to learn something.
And what would you be interested in?
Can you fight with a polearm? Could you show me something?
I can show you all sorts of things, but they'll be of no use to you.
Why?
Well, I've got eyes, don't I?
Why not give it a try?
Look, I can show you how to beat a fella up with a staff without breaking a sweat, but I have a very distinctive style.
And I'm a quick learner. It'll be fine. Trust me.
All right, suit yourself. Off to the arena then, my apprentice. Come on, let's go and kick up some dust.
Good evening. What do you need?
Tell me something about Tibor and Gazer.
Them two is like chalk and cheese. And still they go around like they're joined at the hip. Tibor's a smart lad and cheerful. Gazer, he was a hothead and none too bright. It ain't right to speak ill of the dead, but I wouldn't wonder if all this trouble started with Gazer losing his temper.
Why did you quarrel with the Samin villagers?
It's the same everywhere. That's why we travel. But it's even worse here, because Marika, the voivode's daughter, got mixed up with that village boy. It didn't exactly go well, on either side.
Care, and consider taking a bath, eh?
Good day. Tell me something about Tibor and Gazer.
You'd never see one without the other. What Gazer was lacking in his head, he had it in his brawn. Tibor was the other way around. I couldn't tell you what happened to them, though.
What happened at Samin? Why did you quarrel with the villagers?
The devil alone can make sense of it. They don't want us here. And besides, the voivode had some disagreement with them over his daughter Marika. Then Gazer and Tibor got into a fight, and that was it. If it weren't for the Cumans, they'd have cut us to pieces. Farewell, my friend.
Tell me something about Tibor and Gazer.
I'd bet anything you like that Gazer lost his temper and did something he shouldn't. Not Tibor. He'd talk his way out of it, or at least he's smart enough not to get caught. It's a shame, though. Gazer was a blockhead, but he didn't deserve that.
Why did you quarrel with the Samin villagers?
The voivode had an argument with them because of his daughter Marika. Once the voivode gets offended, nothing else matters. Though in the end, it was the voivode's children who paid for it. Such a shame. I'm curious to see what happens next. It was good to see you, my friend.
I was thinking.
Shalom. What would you like?
Tell me something about Tibor and Gazer.
Brothers who were like one. Tibor, the brain, and Gazer, the brawn. Only sometimes the brawn didn't listen to the brain and got the two of them in trouble. Who knows what really happened in them woods? Anyways, I hope it won't rest and the voivode will take care of it.
Why did you quarrel with the Samin villagers?
The voivode had a disagreement with someone from the village, and they've almost driven us out of here because of it. But I'm afraid it's not over yet. Shalom Aleichem, friend.
The Voivod sent me. It's about Geyser.
I know. It is not hard to guess by the look on your face. My poor boy Geyser. Mordardeles. Tibor, he would talk his way out of it, but Geyser, he's so hot-blooded. He always loses his temper. And so they killed him, and now his body is lying somewhere.
Why does it have to be me who goes to get him?
Because none of us can let the god just see us, or we would suffer the same fate.
Do you know where I can find his body?
I do not know, but it must be somewhere in the woods near the village of Semin. That is where it all happened.
What exactly do I have to do?
Find his body and bring it to his favorite place in the woods. We will bury him there.
Where is that?
No one knew Geyser better than his Frau. When you free him, he will surely tell us the best place to bury Geyser.
All right. You can count on me.
Why do you young people always have to rush into everything? When you get my Chavo's body, let us know. We must bury him the right way. Our way. So that he can truly pass to the next world. He will be the same when dead as he was alive. Geyser's ghost is not one of you would want to meet. Hopefully this family will be at peace then.
You wouldn't have any idea where they might be holding Tibor?
Somewhere in the village of Semin. But I cannot tell you where. If any of us went there, they would end up very badly. Tuda wel wacht, sa Stiepen.
Oh, you much.
Whoa!
Oh my no!
Sit and stay. Aye, Come here. Here, Mutt.
Aye? Ah! Oh. Huh? Fucker! Ah! Useless! I yield! Mercy! Attack! Come and help us! Enough! I give up!
Here, Mutt.
you, whoreson.
Alert! Alert!
Come here.
Show!
Useless.
Show your stuff! Out of here! My God! I'll
Come here.
show you. We're under
Sit.
attack! Don't you... Alert! To arms!
There's a camp here. What will that fella over there tell me about it? I really need to eat something. Here, Mutt. Nice camp. The hides and all that. Gamekeeper of Ostatek sent me to find a poacher who's hunting around here.
Sir, have mercy on me. I can explain everything. I have a family to feed, only we're not doing well and we scarcely have a bite to eat. I was desperate. So I came here to poach. Please, sir, spare me.
Crikey, that was easy. So you confess you've been hunting here?
A bit here and there.
But you know poaching's a crime. Couldn't you find another way?
I couldn't think of anything.
I'm sure you know poaching is forbidden. So why'd you do it?
I was left with no other option, sir. Ever since this band of robbers has been marauding here, we can barely make ends meet. They got no scruples. They take whatever they can get their hands on. And there ain't nothing left for us common folk. Besides, Lord von Burgau, God bless him, he got his hands full with them and he ain't got time to put things to right in his domain. Ever since, we've been living hand to mouth.
Why are you here by Rock Tower Pond?
This camp, I've known the place since I was little. No one can see here from down below, and when you go from above, there's bushes covering it.
It didn't turn out to be such a perfect hideout, though. How long have you been hunting here?
Quite a while. Only, I haven't risked going out since I saw the ambush.
What ambush?
They attacked some company right nearby.
What company was attacked?
There was some gents riding through. They wasn't local. They camped down below. I could see them well. I suppose they was resting up before moving on. And then this band of robbers what's been marauding hereabouts descended on them. It was a massacre. Them gents was completely taken by surprise.
We were those men. It was us they ambushed.
Really? But I saw everyone being killed with my own two eyes.
I managed to get away, even though I was wounded.
I'm glad. Sorry about your comrades.
Nobody saw you?
No, I was hiding here. It's hard to see up here from below. I wanted to warn the company, but it was too late. I'd have just got myself killed as well.
Well, at least you got away in one piece. You haven't left here since then. You've been here the whole time.
Sir, When I saw what happened down below,
You didn't try to go home?
I was on my way home. Only then I heard armed men, so I came back fast and hid. I'm not going to risk my skin.
Fair enough. That's all I need to know. It's my job to catch a poacher, and you've confessed to poaching. So, what to do with you now?
Sir, have mercy on me, please.
So, what do you propose then?
I can tell you where to find deer nearby, places hardly nobody knows about. There's one spot here in the hills above Kerchak, and another in a small valley beyond Lower Samine Mill.
I don't know either of those places.
You see? That's a good reason to be merciful, isn't it?
Look, I'm acting on the gamekeeper's instructions, and he's going to want to know how I dealt with you.
What if you told him you didn't find nothing?
That might work. But you'd have to give up poaching, because if you carry on with it, the gamekeeper will find out and he'll blame me. And if he puts pressure on me, I won't cover for you. I'd have nothing to gain from it.
All right, I won't poach anymore. But what am I to do now?
Clear off. If you stay here, the next time you're found, it'll be by someone who isn't so understanding. Do you want to leave your family with no provider? For poaching, you get the noose. Don't forget that.
You're right. There's no point staying in this region. You'll never see me here again.
Farewell, you yokel.
Hey, you!
Yes?
How about stretching those limbs and getting some light exercise? Shall we spar? Who's this that chance has brought my way? I'm Peter, but everyone calls me Hornet.
I'm Henry, Skalitz.
Forgive me, but you don't look much like a nobleman.
That I am not.
It's just when you say of Skalitz, it has a noble ring to it.
Well, it's just my way of saying I'm not from these parts. Besides, my name doesn't hold a candle to yours, Hornet. How did you come by such a moniker?
After a fight, my opponents say the blows I give them are right stingers. Want to see for yourself?
You roam the world challenging random passers-by to duels.
Exactly.
Is that how you make a living?
Ah, no, not like that. I move from village to village, and people pay me for whatever they happen to need. Sometimes I'm asked to lug some stuff. Other times I guard a caravan. Occasionally I get to intimidate wretches who refuse to pay their debts. As long as I'm getting paid.
You enjoy scaring people in debt, huh?
Haha, that doesn't come into it. I've nothing against them. I get paid to deliver this and that from so-and-so. After that, it's none of my concern.
A mountain of muscle for sale.
Exactly. And there's no harm in pitting your fighting skills against someone now and then on the road. Especially when money's involved. So, what do you say?
What are the rules?
I have two. 1, always put some money down. 2, don't get killed.
Pretty simple.
Exactly. Take a sword, a mace, whatever you fancy. But no bows or any of that shit.
A shield?
Yeah, sure. Just a fight close up. We stop when one of us is ready to drop.
All right. Let's do it.
Exactly. Now you're talking. What are we fighting for?
I have a proposition. If you win, you take the money. If I win, you teach me some of your skills.
I can tell you how to improve your stamina. How about that? That's not enough. Don't you have any more?
I have to go.
Farewell.
Sit and stay.
Do you want me to do the same to you?
Calm down, that's what I thought.
God bless.
Whoa.
Kaijas more. Oh, Devla! You should go and get washed up. You look terrible.
What do you have for sale? I'd like to discuss the price.
Get gajo. Mishtas gajo. I agree.
Nice and slow. Whoa! I've got a horse for you here.
What do you want to do with him?
I want to exchange him for groschen.
For this one, I will give you this much.
That works for me. I'll take it.
Here is the silver. I will handle it from here.
What do you need? Hurry up. I don't have all day.
How's it going?
Oy vey. Chometz ben yaim. Bad, fortunately. Thanks for asking.
Fortunately? That sounds more like misfortune, doesn't it?
Was machst du, mein Freund? What misfortune? If I was better off, people would envy me or want to borrow money. And those are two things I can do without.
Show me your wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
Bitte? Epers, Freund. I agree. Massa umatantov. Scheinen Dank.
Greetings. What do you need?
Show me your wares. Word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Is this enough?
That's quite a sum. Lower your price a bit and we'll make a deal. Finally, a reasonable sum. Thank you and take care. What can I do for you?
I'll have a look at the wares. I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
What would you say to this?
We're nearly there. Just lower your price a bit more. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. Pleasure doing business. Take care.
Zotave zmričaj.
I'm sorry. Laću džive zgađo. Last night I had a dream about money.
Come here.
So, what's up, Pooch?
Whoa! Whoa!
Do I know you?
You don't remember me, you fucker. You sold me that. What the?
Someone! Help!
I've been waiting for you.
Sick!
Hey, get him! Hey, fuck that! Bloody mud! Fucking mud! I'll beat you to a bloody halt!
And at the dawn of the 7th day, a rider on a white steed appeared and rescued me.
What did you say? What steed?
Oh, nothing. I was just thanking you. If it weren't for you, I'd have given up the ghost.
Don't mention it. I was glad to help.
So valiant and yet so modest. You are definitely worthy.
Worthy of what?
The rare opportunity I'm about to offer you. I purvey wares from the most mysterious ends of the earth. The water of life, a magical cudgel, a stone that turns anything into gold, and all sorts of other wonders. All this could be yours, and for you, my hero, at a bargain price.
I think I'll be going now. You take care.
Look what I have for you. Aye, aye, you silly doggy. Look what I have for you.
So I says to him, "No, father, I haven't been fornicating. I've just been loving my neighbour."
Hey! You're right there, laddie.
Oh, you should have seen him. He went as red as a cardinal's hat. Aye. Hey, servant, bring some wine.
Me? I'm not a servant.
Oh, I know. Old Serene is saving supplies for the wedding later. But you didn't need to bother your wee head about that.
Look, I'm not from here.
Oh. I didn't give a fuck where you're from. You speak our language, do you not?
Well, Yurko, seems to me this fella doesn't know how to behave toward his betters.
The old man's hired hands are lacking in manners. We'll soon fix that. I'll kill you. Come on. Oh, you wee
What in the devil's name is fucking going on here?
What do you think's going on, Grandad? I'm teaching your people here how we do things.
Grandad?
Why, Grandad? An old captain like you probably still remember the flood.
True enough, Yurko. I am old. And I remember all sorts of things. Like you. When you were a little nipper running around here bare arse, with a ribbon in your hair, screaming out how you was Princess Sophie. Poor lad, hadn't a moment's peace from his big sisters.
What about that line?
Who in God's name are you?
Henry. The Takoff blacksmith sent me. Radovan.
Blacksmith, eh? Then you'll have some explaining to do. Come along and never mind that fool Yurko. Young Samin's getting married, so we has to put up with his kin from Moravia.
We'll be needing a dozen geese. And I must tell Vashek to get 3 pigs ready for slaughter. And the carters will have to be sent to Yechin to get at least a peck of poppy seed for cakes. And gingerbread spices. Oh, and wine, too. It's almost all gone, what we bought only last week.
Enter! Sorry to intrude, sir. This is Henry, blacksmith Radovan's hand.
Oh, excellent. Dorothy, leave us now. Just make sure that there's plenty of everything so long as it doesn't cost too much.
But, sir...
Not another word! Leave us! So Radovan sent you alone. Who's going to unload it all? It's a whole cartload.
Yeah, Radovan sent me, sir, but not with the goods. The thing is, he's missing his cart, along with the carter in his hands.
What? But they never came here. Are you telling me they got lost?
Well, I couldn't tell you what happened to them, sir, but it's my job to find them.
There are all sorts of vermin roaming the countryside.
Oh, no
so...
need to imagine the worst right off, gnarly. Anyway, I need the load from that cart, so saddle up your old nag and we'll ride out, Captain. I could do with a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to the eyeballs with counting geese and pies.
What about Henry here, sir?
Well, what about him?
We could use an extra pair of hands. You know how my shoulder's acting up. Yurko is shit-faced, and your son...
The older has work to do. All right, take Henry with you if you want. Just so long as he doesn't slow us down.
Thank you, sir. So, lad, you going with us? I hope you're happy about it.
Yeah. I'll be glad to help you.
Oh, you reckon we can't manage on our own?
No. That's not how I meant it.
Take it easy, son. I'm only yanking your pizzle. So, do you know what to do? Or have you got any more questions?
Actually, there is something I'd like to ask about. This Yurko and his mates, who are they?
They're Lord Samin's kin. They're fine as long as they don't get too much booze inside them.
Only they're from Moravia, so they're never far from the booze.
But what can I tell you, lad? Each to himself. Besides, they stick with the family when push comes to shove. And you can't say that about everyone.
And you, sir? What is it you do?
Well, son, I wonder if I haven't made a mistake about you. If you haven't figured me out by now, you can't be very bright.
No, I just meant, what exactly is it you do for Lord Semin? And your name isn't exactly very common.
I'm the captain here, and I'm sure I don't have to tell you what a captain does. As for my name, it's a nickname Lord Semin's grandpa gave me. May he rest in peace. When I joined his service as a young fella, I took my Nardi club with me. Wouldn't use anything else. I was used to it. And more than once helped me to, well, win an argument. I broke many a hard skull with it. And it's still in one piece. We've been together so long, we even share the same name.
You're lucky you didn't turn out to be Captain Knob.
Or Captain Headcracker. You're right.
I'd like to go and see that wedding.
Wouldn't we all, lad? And what would you do there?
I'd eat and drink my fill and check out the local maidens.
I hope Lord Semin didn't hear you. He'd be none too pleased to hear you want to take part in such a grand affair, just to stuff your face and roll an A with some drunken wench.
I beg your pardon, Captain, but that's what most fellas go to weddings for.
That's an unspoken truth, son. Unspoken, mind. Anyways, you're Radovan's hand, ain't ya? He'll be coming to the wedding. He's making a wedding gift for the groom. Stick with him, and maybe he'll take you with him.
We should probably get going.
That we should. But it's getting pretty late. We need daylight for a search like that. Come back in the morning and we'll set out. If you want, stay here. You'll get a bit of grub in the kitchen and you can sleep in the barn.
Wait, that's my Pebbles, my girl. I thought they killed you down by that pond.
Good afternoon.
That grey horse you have grazing here is mine.
What do you mean, yours? I bought it fair and square. I admit, it was only for a few groschen from some suspicious lad who found it down by the Rock Tower Pond, but that horse is not branded, so it belongs to me now.
Look, you know they attacked an entourage by that pond, right?
I heard about it. That news spread through the land like wildfire.
And the one who sold it to you told you he found it by the pond, right?
Well, he did, aye.
So it's not entirely impossible she belonged to me.
Maybe not impossible, but I paid for her.
Aye, but just a few groschen. You said so yourself. Wouldn't you rather be in the good graces of someone who might have been part of that expedition?
Maybe so. All right, I'll give her to you. But you owe me one. But you already have a horse. Do you really want to exchange it with me?
Yes, me and Pebbles have been through a lot together.
Suit yourself. Safe travels. You silly doggy.
Slowly. Nice and slow. Quick! Quick! Go!
Where are you heading, laddie?
I'm just passing through. Why?
If you're headed towards the Rock Tower Pond, make sure to avoid the abandoned barn.
What barn?
There's an old abandoned barn not far from here. Some vagabond has camped there. On the booze from morning till night. Right nuisance he is. I've tried to have a word, but the bastard came at me with an axe. That's why I warn passers-by, so they don't come to no harm. God only knows what that bloke might do.
Thanks. I'll keep it in mind. Go! God! God! God!
Oh,
Fuck you, whoreson!
Do it!
quick! Go! Ja!
Oh, whoa.
Blessings to you.
I solved your problem.
Ah, my drinking problem.
No, not that one.
I should think not, since I don't have one.
I meant the poacher. I dealt with him. I found him and made sure he doesn't poach again. The fella scarpered, and he's never coming back.
I'd rather see a noose around his neck. He might have just moved to a different spot. Or maybe you're talking bollocks and you didn't find any poacher. But whatever. If you say he's packed it in, I'll believe you. What choice have I got? Right. How about another one? This poacher pisses me off even more than the last one. So I hope you'll help me with him.
I'm ready. Where does this poacher hunt?
Under the candlestick, where it's darkest. A short way from here, around Vidlak Pond. That's why I don't go far from the lodge, see? The problem is, it's a damn big area. Almost all the northwestern woodlands. And it's uphill and all.
I get it. What should I do with this poacher?
Same as last time. I know we have a poacher around here. Only I haven't been able to catch him. If you can find him, catch him and take him to the bailiff. I'll sleep a lot more peacefully, see?
Right. Find him, catch him, bring him in. Is there anyone around here who might know something?
Ask the tanner in the valley. Or even better, ask his neighbour, the fisherman's wife. She'll tell you twice as much as that old soak.
Right. Right. I'll take a look around Vidlak Pond for the poacher.
Thanks, and good luck. You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
Good day.
Greetings to you.
How can I help you today, friend?
A shooting range in the middle of nowhere? Does anyone even come here?
People don't really come to watch, but there's usually plenty of archers. I reckon it's because nobody's ogling them here. What's more, shooting advice from master hunters nothing to be sneezed at, but not everyone comes here to shoot. I've had to kick out a few people. They spent entire days here, getting drunk with Pa. Drives Ma up the wall, so I'll give you one piece of advice for free. Don't come near my Pa with booze.
Can you explain to me the archery contest rules?
It's simple. Listen, I give arrows or bolts to the archers, and they try to hit their target to get the most points. If you hit the outside ring, you get 1 point. The second ring is worth 2 points, and the bullseye is worth 5. If you miss, or you hit an opponent's target, all you get for that is egg on your face. Obviously. But if you manage to shoot off all your ammunition before the others, you get another 3 points on top. We've got 3 competition levels, from beginner up to master. The more experienced the archers, the more arrows or bolts they get, and the more they wager. Simple, eh?
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
I'd like to get faster at shooting.
Fine. But it'll take some time. What would you like?
I'd like to learn something.
What are you interested in?
Will you teach me how to hunt deer?
Fine. But it'll take some time.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
I'd like to learn how not to cause a stir on the street.
Great. Let's get to it. Learning this trick will take some time.
Look what I have for you. You're my doggy, eh?
Him? But he was fit as a fiddle. What happened?
They say he went to bed healthy, but never woke up. His mother said it was the training he couldn't feel
Whoa!
I don't think so. Greetings to you.
Jesus Christ be praised.
I'm here on Gamekeeper Vostatek's authorization.
The Gamekeeper, you say? What would he want from me?
I'm looking for a poacher in the area. Would you know anything about that?
Ah, I see. My wife can tell you more about that than me.
All right, thanks. I'll go and ask her right after.
Well, prepare yourself. She's got it all clear in her head from the first moment that she saw the tanner next door.
The tanner? Can you tell me any more?
Like what, exactly?
Why is your wife so set on the tanner?
I wish I knew. She never liked the look of him. Besides, he was always kind of secretive. And it's God's truth, he ain't short a coin.
Right, sure. And what do you think about the tanner?
He's an ordinary fella. Works all the hours God gives. He sells fine skins, even supplies the nobles. Buckskin, deerskin, goatskin. I said to myself, I wouldn't mind being a tanner. Looks like there's good coin in it, but my pa supplied everyone hereabouts with fish. And who else should carry it on but his son?
Do you think your wife's right about the poaching?
I don't have to see a thief on every corner. I'll leave that to the old woman. But to answer your question, no, I don't think it's him. But even if it is, it ain't no skin off my nose.
You were talking about fine quality hides. Do you know where the tanner gets them?
Like all the others, I suppose. From the gamekeeper or from farmers who've slaughtered animals. I couldn't say for sure, I don't talk to him. You'll have to ask him yourself.
I'll certainly do that. Thanks. That's all.
Care?
That's not bad at all.
Vostatek charged me with rooting out the poacher causing trouble round here. Have you seen or heard anything suspicious?
You bet I have. The tanner's the poacher.
That's a serious accusation. Are you sure he's the poacher?
I'm sure. He earns much too much coin for an ordinary tanner.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean he's poaching, though.
He's rolling in it. He can't have that from honest work. Why else would he head off into the forest every other week, eh? If it ain't him, it's someone in league with him. Someone who lives in Witch's Copse.
Witch's Copse?
There's a path behind our outhouse. If you go along it for a while, you'll come to a cross in the forest. And north of that, there's this big clearing. And Witch's Copse is beyond that. Folk are afraid to go there. It's guarded by old pagan idols.
Interesting. Have you got any proof that the tanner is poaching?
Did you see all them hides?
The tanner's a tanner. So he has hides. What of it?
Exactly. You saw he ain't afraid of putting them on show. Even buckskin. He knows if he puts them on show, nobody'll question it. He wouldn't be so suspicious. But you know what I'd like to know? What's he got hidden in his workshop, eh? Apart from hides.
Have you ever seen the tanner poaching with your own two eyes?
I haven't actually seen him, but I'm quite sure it's him. I just know it. I'll gladly confirm it, even to a judge.
I'm afraid that won't be enough when there's no material proof. Where does your hatred for the tanner come from?
I beg your pardon? You come here asking questions, and you're impertinent to boot.
Sorry, I didn't mean it to sound bad.
Is there an 11th commandment? That I have to love every vagabond who moves in next door? I couldn't give a damn about him, if you want to know. He lives like a king, and he never done us any good. And he's always making nasty faces at me, like, haha, look at you, you beggar.
I understand. He's a bastard.
Aye.
So the tanner does well out of his trade?
Does well. He's on the pig's back, and no one ever made that kind of coin out of tanning hides. It'd be a miracle if he wasn't guilty.
Or maybe he's just very skilled.
Skilled my arse, you numbskull. He's a puffed-up idiot, a botcher, and a bastard.
That'll be all. Thanks.
Be sure and check him out. And don't forget he's a crook.
I'll bear that in mind. Thanks for the advice and all the information.
You're quite welcome. Justice must be done. Take care, my friend.
How can I help you today?
What do you have for sale?
Pleasure doing business. God be with you.
I'm trying to track down a poacher who's hunting around here.
That's an important mission. But sorry, I don't know nothing about it.
I want to ask you something anyway.
Better me than the neighbours anyway. Especially Pavlik's old woman. Have you talked to her?
Yes. And they even told me that you're the poacher.
Oh, that's no surprise. I wouldn't expect a good word from them. Quite the contrary.
Now, you don't look much like a poacher. Or are you?
Why the hell would I do that? I've got a trade that earns money. I've got no cause to risk my neck poaching.
Still, I'd like to ask you a few questions anyway. Maybe you know something that could help.
As you like.
How's trade?
It's going well. There's demand.
Who do you sell most to?
Depends. I take everything to Troskovitz, and there I see what's what. But the better hides go for fancy shoes and clothes. Things for the gentry and that.
Where'd you get the hides? From some suspicious fellas in the forest?
No, I ain't like that. I have an agreement with the huntsmen and their hands, who bring me what they hunt. But it's not that often. They don't bring much. And not the best stuff neither. More often they bring me hides from the village. They butcher animals and skin them, and everything is processed. I do the hides.
So you're a tanner? Only a fool would think you wouldn't find hides at your place.
Indeed. Trade's good. So I've got a lot of various quality and origin. I don't bother with envious folks.
Why did the Pavliks hate you so much?
I don't know. But if Prague was to go up in flames, the Pavliks would run straight to the bailiff and swear it was me what did it.
Did you have some falling out with them?
Nothing I know of. We never talked much. I'm not the kind of fella that's at the centre of things. I like my peace and quiet.
Well, still seems odd to me, though.
You're telling me? At least you don't have to live next to them.
Have you seen any tracks left by the poacher?
I haven't. I wouldn't even know what to look for.
You know, animal carcasses, guts, a camp in the woods.
Ah, I see. No, I ain't seen nothing. I don't go walking in the woods much. At most, I go to Troskovitz for hides. Or to the village here to the north.
I don't know of any village that way. What's it called?
It's pretty far. I call it Upper, on account of it being uphill.
Have you any idea where the poacher might be hiding out?
God knows. It's all deep forest, so he could be anywhere. Maybe somewhere close to the game he poaches.
Yeah, that's good thinking. Do you know of any place like that?
Well, not far from here there's a clearing in the hills where we used to go to watch deer. But I don't know if any stags goes there anymore.
I didn't know that. If I can't think of anything better, I'll go and take a look.
But don't get your hopes up.
Thanks. That's all. Here's another camp. There's nobody here now. I could take a look around the area, or just wait for the camper. Search. Come here! Look what I have for you. No, I shouldn't leave now. Nice camp. All these hides and gutted deer.
Eh? Fucking hell!
Gamekeeper Vostatek has been looking for you.
What does he want? The garlic I harvest here?
He wants us to go and see the Troskovitz bailiff together.
I ain't going. I'd rather croak out here in the forest. So keep your distance.
Listen, I want to give you a chance to think again about what you're doing here. You may have had a good run, but that's over now. So take it like a man and stop talking bollocks about garlic.
Kurva. So it really is all over.
We're going to see the bailiff.
All right.
Vostatek told you I might be bringing you some poachers. So here's one for you. He chose the forest round Vidlak Pond.
No, please!
It's too late for begging. You're for the noose.
I found a corpse by the woods, along the way to the cemetery. It's Roman. Someone buried him there, but some pigs dug him up. It looks like murder.
Jesus Christ! It's a good thing his late father's not around to hear about it. That's all we need. A murder? Do you know who did it?
Hugo the hogherd saw a farmhand, Straw, carrying a spade there.
Straw? You mean Slavobor from Yakesh's farm? Wait now. You need to watch your step there. Yakesh is a relative of mine and he's well respected in the village. I can't just go accusing one of his hands of murder without proof. What would people think? You'll have to deal with Straw yourself, without a fuss. Get a confession out of him and then come back. I won't waste my time looking into idle gossip.
All right. I'll sort it out with him myself.
If he did it, bring him here to me. I'll take care of the rest.
I'm looking for Pavlena, the daughter of Bozhena from Zhelyov. She comes here selling baskets and other items.
Aye, I know her.
Do you know if she's been here in the last few days, Master Bailiff? I'm a bit worried about her.
I haven't seen her myself, but you can ask around the village. Try the houses along the road to Zhelyov. She'd have to pass that way.
What can you tell me about Pavlena?
She used to live here with her mother, but then we drove them out. She's not the kind of girl you'd notice much, but she knows how to take care of herself. I let her come round here because, well, maybe I've gotten soft in my old age. But I reckon children shouldn't have to pay for their parents' sins. Don't you think?
Why did you drive them out of Troskovitz? What happened?
Bozhena was our midwife. It ain't the cleanest trade, but it's needed. Women all over the domain used to call for her help with births. Only, as it turned out, bad help is worse than no help at all. I won't go digging up old grievances, but believe me, we had cause enough to drive that old witch out of here.
Has Pavlena got any friends here? Acquaintances?
There's Roman, who brings us wood.
Roman? Who's he?
A woodcutter like his father. May he rest in peace. He lives just off the green. His hair is red like embers. You can't miss him.
And Pavlena's on friendly terms with him?
You could put it like that. Roman's pa wouldn't be too happy about his son being with an outsider like her. But all he can do now is look down and weep. Not that Roman ain't a decent lad. Honest and hard-working. It wouldn't surprise me if Pavlena left her ma to be with him.
It's possible. I'll go and see Roman.
Do that. Like I said, his house is near the edge of the village, close to the pond.
Do you think anyone here would want to hurt Pavlena?
Troskovitz is a decent village. You'd better watch your mouth.
What's new in the county, Master Bailiff?
I was just visited by one of the local peasants. He said he found more fresh graves behind his field, just below the village, along the road to Nabokov.
I've seen those. You talk like this isn't the first time.
That we found someone buried here? Don't even ask. I've been digging up bodies ever since that bandit gang started running rampant. Most of them are von Burgo's men. And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you.
Greetings.
What are you here for, friend?
I'm looking for a friend. He's called Capon. I'm sure you'd recognize him. In fact, you saw us both in the pillory, didn't you?
Aye, I saw you, but I ain't bothered, you know. You didn't rob me, because if you did, I'd cut your thieving hands off on the spot.
Well, what about my friend? Have you seen him since?
He must be some friend if he's scarpered without you, eh?
I'm sorry, but that's not your business, is it? Was he here then?
No, he weren't. But I ain't saying I don't know anything. Just that it ain't your business, lad. And don't try anything on me. My business ain't your business. Got that? If that Capon wants to see you, I'm sure he'll find you. He ain't no fool, I reckon.
What do you have for sale?
I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Time is pressing. Soon it'll be too late to ride out with Lord Semi. I need something repaired.
Great! Come back.
I've heard you dye your own fabric.
I used to. I tried a few times, but I had to give it up. Troskovitz is on a hill, and there's not enough water for that. Why'd you ask?
I'd like to buy some pigment.
I see. Or perhaps I could find some leftover black. If you have enough groschen, it's yours.
Ah, damn. That's more money than I thought. Look, I don't need much. Just a bit will do.
Is that so? What do you want it for, anyway?
Nothing important, really.
All right, whatever. But I'd hate to find out you painted on someone's house. You know what? If I scraped off some of that dry pigment from the edges of the bucket and mixed it with some lard, that could work. Those pigments are a magical thing, eh?
What do you mean?
For example, if you need blue, you can use blueberries or woad leaves. You put them in hot water with the fabric and it'll turn blue. Walnuts good too. With the husks of unripe walnuts, you can get a very nice light brown, sometimes even yellow. The best way to make red is from madder root. And when you add alum or beeswing to the water, the colour gets a beautifully rich shade. Or you could just use plain old black elder. The berries, of course, but they're more for lighter shades. Oh, and privet's not too bad either. If you use its bark and alum, you get yellow. You can even use the leaves. They make a nice green, but it takes forever. But you know what's my favourite way of making yellow? Using dyer's broom or weld. You take a few nice stems, some leaves, a bit of alum, and you get yellow, as bright as a chick's feathers. And for so much cheaper than using saffron or iris, that's the main thing. Buckthorn makes a nice green, maybe the best of all. You use its fruit. They say it can also heal, but I've never tried that. The most important part is the stain anyway. Like alum, for example. It can create all sorts of shades and give depth and richness to the colour. But even that won't help you if you don't know what to use for what colour. Sometimes you want the fruit, sometimes the bark, sometimes the root, or maybe the leaves. Too bad I don't dye fabric much anymore. But I see you're really into it. You know what? Take some of it for free.
My word. Thank you so much.
Oh, not worth mentioning. Just be careful not to stain yourself. Quality material like this doesn't wash off easily.
What would you like?
Excuse me. I'm looking for someone. A friend of mine. The one who ended up in the pillory with me.
Loads of people have been in the pillory, and you know what it's like. I'm really busy right now.
You haven't seen him then? Tall, fair-haired, fancies himself and talks like a noble.
Sorry, but I'm swamped with work because of the Semine wedding. Everyone wants new clothes from me. Even Bashka the butcher ordered a jacket fit for a king, and he isn't even going to the wedding. So, no, I haven't seen your friend and I can't help you. Sorry.
What do you have for sale? Let's talk about the price.
Very well.
How's this?
You really won't convince me like this. Very well, then. I was glad to be of help to you. Good sir. How can I help you today, friend?
What do you have for sale? A word about the price.
Well, I suppose we can try.
Do you accept?
That sounds really interesting. Lower your price a little more, and I'll be satisfied. Finally, a reasonable sum. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir. What can I do for you?
I need something repaired.
Great! Happy to be of service. Take care.
Greetings, innkeeper. I've come to apologize for the fight we caused. And also to ask if there is anything I can do to help.
Latch in the stable when the horses bolted, lad.
How so? Did something happen?
I had a couple cumans come in here and get in a brawl with the locals. What the hell did I do that people fight in here all the time?
Did anyone get hurt?
Bah! They broke a couple of pictures and Wojtek took a punch in the gob, but nothing else. Go and see Wojtek if you want. Maybe he'll tell you more than I can.
Good day to you. What brings you here?
What do you have for sale?
Thank you, sir. And come again.
What a nag.
Willkommen! Ich bin gleich bei dir.
Grüß Gott, was brauchst du?
What do you have for sale? A word about the price.
Was soll's? Warum nicht?
What would you say to this?
That's more like it. Lower your price a little more and we can make a deal. Why? You'll convince me with that price? Danke und viel Glück für die Zukunft, mein Herr.
God!
Quick!
Go! Quick! Quick! Go! Go! Go!
Whoa.
Good afternoon.
I'd like to learn something.
What do you want to know?
I'm experienced in blacksmithing, but I won't say no to a new trick.
Great. Let's get to it. Learning this trick will take some time. Well, my friend.
I apologise.
I'll have a look at the wares.
What can you do, sir?
This could use some repairs. A word about the price.
Very well.
How's this?
Well, if you offer a little bit more, we can make a deal. Aye, you'll convince me with that price. It was a pleasure doing business with you, sir. Don't drink to that.
Monster. Ugh.
I suppose so. What would you like?
What's new around here?
Siegfried the herdsboy was here. He was complaining that wolves keep taking his sheep. And that's all I'd say.
Sounds interesting. Thank you, innkeeper. Can I spend the night here?
We're not set up for that here.
I'll pay you well if you let me spend the night here every now and then.
Forgive me, sir. Unless you want to sleep on the hay.
That doesn't matter. I'd even be happy to pay for that bed of hay. Let's agree on a price. Do you accept?
That's not enough. Thank you, and a good night to you, sir.
Where should I lie down?
You can sleep up there in the barn, but be careful. The ladder is all rickety.
What's new around here?
Nothing new. It's quiet here, fortunately.
It pours. What do you need, sir?
Where should I lie down?
You can sleep upstairs in the barn. There's plenty of room on the hay. What can you do? Maybe not.
Look, I don't want to put the squeeze on you, but when are you going to pay me back?
I know. It's always on my mind. I promise, we'll have it
Ka! Go! Ka! Quick! God! 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 Oh, I took care of that poacher. He's in the hands of the bailiff now.
Excellent. Who was this crook?
Some asshole pretending he was there picking garlic.
Lovely. Here's the reward I promised. And now I'll drink to it, I reckon. We can both have a little celebration. What do you say?
I think I'll leave that up to you. You've had more practice than me.
You're good.
Is there anything more I can help you with?
I don't need anything more from you.
And is there some other gamekeeper around?
Lad, the only proper gamekeeper around here is me. But Nabokov has a gamekeeper too. You could try him.
Uh-huh. And what's his name?
Varel, as in barrel. Go and see him.
Where does he live?
Close to Nabokov Mill. He's got a cottage on a hill and his eye on the surroundings. We're both having trouble with this. How to say it? This ghost. So it might be worth talking about if it's still troubling him.
Well, you got me curious. Thanks for the tip.
I'd be with you.
I've got that sheep gut for you.
I hope you killed the poor creature before you pulled it out of its rectum. Or did you chicken out and buy it somewhere? Not that I care. Wait here a while and I'll make them strings for you.
A nag like this couldn't have cost more than 10 gross.
Good day.
Same. Don't you see I'm walking here?
Ja! Ka!
Go! God! Quick! Quick! God!
Does this wunderschön. I'm no Bulgarian. I'm as Czech as you.
I got those strings for you.
Ah, how the hills shall ring out in gladness to their glorious sound.
We'll fix the loot and head off for Kuttenberg, fame and fortune. All praise to you, friend.
Right. I hope that's all you need.
If only, Henry, old pal. It's just there's still one little fuck-up. Friend, we have a problem. The innkeeper doesn't want us to leave. Says Kuttenberg isn't the place for us.
Can you imagine? He who never set foot outside his village wants to block 2 free souls in their path to fame.
And fortune.
And recognition.
And under the skirts of town maidens.
Beast. In short, dear friend, you must have a word with him. You're worldly wise. He's sure to listen more to you than to us.
Hang on. How can the innkeeper keep you from going anywhere?
Well, you know, he's incapable of grasping that the artistic soul needs to fly as free as a bird.
Aye, he's an
ignoramus.
Besides, we owe him a bit of coin.
Well, why don't you pay him back then?
That's just it. We'd love to. We could always scrape together a few groschen.
But it's not coin he's after. He wants us to work off our debt.
He lets you two drink on credit? How so?
Because he's a damn crook.
He knows we can't pay back our debt outright. But he counts every wretched sip we take and adds it to the burden we have to shoulder.
Well, why don't you just up and run for it?
And sully our honour? Never.
And also, the innkeeper would tell the bailiff and he'd come looking for us. We don't want to end up in the stocks.
Why do I have to be the one to solve it for you?
Because we don't have time. We have to concentrate on composing our songs, creating art. Art!
Believe me, friend, once we get to Kuttenberg and make a shitload of coin, we'll pay you back double.
Tell you what, tenfold.
I'll have a word with him and we'll see what happens.
That's the spirit.
Let's drink to that!
What's going on around here, innkeeper?
Nothing really new. If you're looking for work, look somewhere else.
I hear Michael and George have run up a small debt with you.
A small debt? They owe me a whole heap of work, my friend. A month ago, I told them to dig a hole for shit behind the barn, and I'm still waiting. There's a privy there, but now it's full. The shit has nowhere to go but downhill. It's flowing down to the bathhouse. The other day, they promised that if I poured them a drink, they'd haul sacks of chaff to the barn. They boozed for free all night and swathed down sausages till they were as greasy as a cart axle. But that chaff is still out in the damp and rain.
So, haul some sacks and empty the latrine. And then the debt is paid?
Aye, but I'll bet my boots that even if those two miraculously got off their asses, they'd still manage to rack up another debt in no time.
Couldn't someone else do the work instead of Michael and George? They'd just do a shoddy job anyway. You know them.
Well, they'd have to do it again then. I'm telling you. Until the chaff's under cover and the latrine's clean enough to eat out of, them two owe me.
Forget about those two fools. You're not responsible for their upbringing. A decent pile of coin could smooth everything over, couldn't it? I'll give you the coin for some hired hand to do the job.
Well, that pile of groschen will have to be mighty big. Cleaning out the privy's going to be a nasty job. Well, now, everyone should be satisfied. Good trade makes good friends, eh?
I've squared things with the innkeeper. Your debt's been settled.
Our saviour! We knew you'd support our artistic souls and save our mortal bodies.
May your name live in glory!
Your glory shall be sealed by the song we wrote for you.
Oh my god, what have you done?
Fuck yeah! For you and about you, our hero!
Definitely not going to sing those words, right?
Which words?
You know exactly what
I'm
words.
just joking. Right, you ready?
Can't tune the strings.
You've got one job. Good? Right.
When it seems you're out of luck,
There's just one man who gives a fuck.
a friend who'll never leave you stuck. Now who can that friend be?
Well?
Ludiek?
Henry, our hero Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man. Henry, reliable Henry, he gets the job done the best he can. Oh, oh, oh.
Watch out, here we go.
Oh, oh. I can't hear you in the back.
When you want to string your lute and trumpet with your back drum,
who will pull a sheep gut out through the creature's rectum? Oh, Henry, we thank you, Henry, the fellow who helps his fellow man.
his fellow man.
Henry, let's drink to Henry. He gets the job done the best he can. Yeah!
So, how did you like it?
Weren't we fantastic? I tell you, that loot really gave it a punch.
I'd say we were incomparable. Chi la dura la vince. You can't keep a good man down. The world awaits us.
Awaits us with open arms.
It was quite interesting.
Interesting?
I mean, I never heard anything like it in my life.
Ah, you want to say new? New and original?
Yeah, that's it. Definitely original. Maybe a bit too much.
Ha! I knew you'd like it.
Dear Enrico, thank you for everything. It's time for us to shake the dust of this God-forsaken place off our feet and seek our fortune in the big wide world.
Kuttenberg, here we come!
New life, here we come.
I wish you good fortune. Maybe we'll meet again one day.
If you come to Kuttenberg, you will surely hear of us. Farewell.
Farewell!
Aw, you pooch.
Die! Ka! Quick! Go! Go! Die! Go! Go! Quick! Ka! Just a bit further.
Whoa!
What brings you here?
Are you the one they call Straw?
Yeah. Why?
I know everything. I know you buried Roman's body in the woods.
What? How could you? That's not true.
It's no use trying to wriggle out of it. I have a witness.
Shit. Fuck. I didn't want nothing to do with it, I swear. It's all that girl's fault.
Where is Pavlena?
I ain't telling you nothing.
Take it easy. I don't want to do you any harm. I just wanted to know what really happened with Pavlena and Roman.
All right, then. Well, it all began in the tavern. We were boozing with Yakish. He don't go to the tavern much, but when he does, me and my brother go along too. Even though we're just his hired farmhands, he buys us wine.
Yeah? Go on.
When Yakish got drunk, he started remembering that day when his wife and son died. It happened during childbirth. And to this day, Yakish blames Bozhina, the herb woman, for it. She was the midwife. I don't know if it was really her fault, but anyway, the boy died and she didn't baptize him, even though she had every right to do it. The little fella died unchristened, so his soul is damned for all eternity. That's not right.
Actually, children who die unbaptized aren't damned. They go to a place called limbo. In Latin, limbus infantium. It's a place for souls who haven't sinned, but haven't had original sin washed away by baptism.
But they can't be buried in the cemetery, right?
No. But enough about that. You said you were in the tavern with Yakesh.
When he had 3 or 4 jugs inside him, Yakish started on about how he'd give anything to see Bozhina suffer the same pain as he did. It wasn't enough for him that they drove her out of the village that time. He wanted to pay her back even more.
I hope for your own good, this isn't going where I think it's going.
No! Listen, my brother Ota, he was always the sly one out of the two of us. He came up with this idea that we'd lie in wait for Pavlena when she came to sell her baskets.
I see. Bozhina's daughter for Yakesh's son.
No, it wasn't like that. We didn't set out to kill her, just to give her a bit of a hiding and tell her not to come back here again. Then we'd lie to Yakesh that she was dead, and he'd reward us with... well, he's got 2 girls to marry off, and Marusha's a pretty one. But he'd never let either of them marry a hired hand, unless I'd done him a worthwhile service. See?
Oh, so you two just ambushed that poor girl? Where is she now? Answer!
We followed her along the path to the pond, and then we jumped her. Only then her fella turned up, Roman. As soon as he saw us, he charged us like a wounded boar. And he held my brother by the throat and pounded him like a madman. So I grabbed a rock and smashed him over the head with it. I never seen so much blood. I didn't mean to kill him, I swear.
God almighty. And what did you do with Pavlena?
She was stunned when she saw what happened. So my brother grabbed her and dragged her into the rocks while I went to bury Roman. We couldn't just let her go after she'd seen everything.
Where in the rocks?
To the south of Zhelyov. There's a kind of gorge there. An abandoned poacher's hide with a ladder leading to it. I've told you everything. What are you going to do with me?
Both of you should be tried justly for what you did. I'll take you to the bailiff and leave the rest to him.
Kurva, I really didn't want it to end like this.
I brought you Slavobor. They call him Straw, from Yakesh's farm. He and his brother attacked Pavlena and killed Roman. Then Straw buried him in the woods.
For the love of God, Straw! Is this true?
We didn't mean to kill anyone. We just wanted to give Pavlena a scare, and Roman went for us. It was self-defense.
Henry, is it true what he's saying?
Straw killed Roman, but I don't believe he did it with evil intentions. You should be lenient.
I'll take your testimony into account. You'll be locked up in the rat house, Straw, until we decide what to do with you. Thanks for bringing him in, Henry. Roman's murder can't go unpunished. Ale?
quick! Ka! Go! Oh, go! Ka! Whoa, whoa! Da! Whoa, whoa! Mutt!
Stop there! Don't come any... Don't move, you horse son! Who the fuck are you?
Easy. There's nothing to fear. I won't hurt you. Just look at me. I wouldn't hurt a fly. I just want to talk to you.
Oh yeah? What do you want to talk about, eh? You don't know shit! You've no idea what that girl and her witch of a mother did!
Calm down. We can sort it all out. I know Pavlena and her mother. They saved my life.
Ha! And you've come looking for her out of gratitude? Tell me who sent you.
Don't jump to conclusions. No one sent me.
And you know Pavlena by name? A likely story.
Oh, shit.
Stop bullshitting me, or it'll end badly for you. Who the fuck sent you here?
Her mother sent me. She's worried about Pavlena.
Shit. I might have known that old witch would send someone. Kurva. I never wanted it to end like this. You gotta believe me. I just wanted to give Pavlena a scare, but then that fool Roman got mixed up in it and... I never meant to kill anyone! Shit!
Take it easy.
Don't fucking tell me to take it easy! How did you get here? My dog Bristly was guarding the entrance. What did you do to him, you bastard? And where's my brother? He should have been here long ago. Talk, or I'll slit her throat.
Your brother's fine, but he can't come.
Why the fuck can't he? We were agreed.
He has to do some work on the farm. If he disappeared, it'd look suspicious.
I see. I suppose that makes sense. But if you're lying, I'll gut the pair of you.
I don't know what more I can tell you. It's time for you to make your mind up. Look, let Pavlena go, and I swear I'll let you walk away unharmed.
How do I know you're not lying?
I swear it.
That means nothing. And anyway, what would I do then? She knows everything. She'll tell on me and I'll be fucked.
Pavlena can say what she likes,
But it'll make no difference if I have a word with Lord von Berghoff. Then you won't have to fear the bailiff or anyone else.
What? You could do that?
Sure. You can see I belong to the gentry.
That could maybe work. All right. I'll let her go. All right. Just take it easy.
You swine!
I'm letting her go.
Die!
Look!
Die! Die! That's for Roman! You bastard!
You killed him. But he let you go.
So what? He deserved nothing better.
Well, maybe he did deserve it, but he was giving himself up. That was dishonorable.
Like there was anything honorable about what he and his crony did to Roman. I'm glad he's dead. And now I'm going home to Ma. Are you coming with me?
Sorry, but I want to clear something up before we go.
What's that?
How did you get here?
Me and Roman were going down to the stream. He went back to get something, and I went on ahead. Those two bastards jumped me by the stream. I don't know what they wanted to do to me, but Roman stepped in. Only one of them grabbed a rock and...
I know. You don't have to say any more.
When it was all over and Roman was lying on the ground, Otter tied me up and dragged me here. I tried to make a run for it, but that bastard set his dog on me.
Do you know why they wanted to hurt you?
Yakesh put them up to it. For a long time after they chased us out, I didn't dare go to Troskovitz. Ma always warned me not to. Only then, I met Roman. I should have known the people there hadn't forgotten about us. And that Yakesh still wanted revenge.
Tell me something about Roman. What was he like?
He was a woodcutter in Troskovitz. We were... together. Sorry. I can't talk about it now.
What exactly happened? How did Roman die?
He was trying to protect me. If he hadn't come along, I don't know what those beasts would have done to me. Only that big brute grabbed a rock and smashed Roman over the head with it. He fell straight to the ground. I could swear he was looking at me the whole time, even though he was lifeless, like he was trying to tell me to run.
Are you all right? You're not hurt?
No, I'm fine. Just a few scratches. It's nothing.
That's all I need to know.
So, can we please go now?
We can go. I'll go with you.
Good. I don't want to spend another moment here.
Of course.
Let's go then.
Here we are. Pavleno's fine.
Pavlena, let me look. Are you all right?
I'm fine, Ma. They
abducted her.
God almighty. Who would do such a thing?
They were hired hands from Troskovitz.
And did they do anything to you?
No, they just tied me up. But they were Yakesh's hands. They would have killed me.
Yakesh? I might have known he wouldn't leave us in peace. Hasn't he hurt us enough already? Isn't it enough that we have to live here because of him?
Ma.
I knew it would come to this. Henry, I need one last service from you.
I'd be glad to help.
Yakesh is to blame for everything. For us being driven out, for Pavlena being abducted.
And for everything else.
Everything leads back to him and his old hatred. We'll never have peace as long as he's alive.
What are you trying to say?
I want you to kill him.
What? Are you serious?
Yes. It's either him or us.
What happened between you and Yakesh?
That's old history.
It was because of him that they drove us out of Troskovitz.
You lived in Troskovitz?
For generations. I was the midwife there for years, just like my ma before me. So many children we brought into the world. Yakesh's too, except for one.
What happened?
The birth started sooner than it should have, and Yakesh didn't send for us on time. He thought since Ludmilla had already given birth to 3 children, she'd manage the 4th on her own. Little Marushka came to get us, though, but by the time we arrived, it was looking bad. I did what I could. I gave her poultices and herbs to inhale, but the child was feet first and wouldn't come out. No matter what we did, it clung on and wouldn't budge. In the end, it died. When we finally got it out, it was too late.
He was, ripped apart. I remember that.
Pavlena. It was a boy. Yakesh's only son. He wouldn't listen. He had to look at him. Right after, he threw us out. Ludmilla died during the night, probably all alone, from exhaustion and pain, or maybe distress. Yakesh blamed us for everything, and the whole village listened to him. They drove us out.
Past the boundary stone.
Yakesh turned all his anger and hatred against us. But it was us who tried to save his son.
I don't think it was your fault. These things just happen in life sometimes.
Aye. Everyone dies.
Yes.
Bozhena, don't you know that that path leads nowhere good? Believe me, vengeance is a tricky business. Take revenge on someone, and someone else will take revenge on you. It's a chain of wrong against wrong, with nothing at the end but death.
Then what do you think we should do? It was because of him that they drove us out of Troskovitz. It was years ago, but he's still trying to hurt us.
I'll talk to Yakesh. What happened to Pavlena was the doing of his hired hands. He may be completely innocent in the whole thing. And in the end, it might even work to your benefit. Now we've got something over him.
Very well. If you think you can convince him, but if he refuses to listen to reason, you know what you have to do.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.